Imagine having a small cut and you're bleeding continuously like somebody that has a deep wound. Is that even possible? Yes, it is. Hi guys, my name is Fhaya and I'm a geneticist and a biotechnologist, and I explain complex health related topics in a way that actually makes sense. Always stay tuned. We're starting a series where I'll be explaining different diseases that are inherited genetically, and for today we are going to talk about hemophilia. What is hemophilia? Hemophilia is a blood disorder where the blood lacks the ability to clot properly due to lack of some clotting factors. I'll explain. We know that we have the blood vessels, right? The arteries, the veins, and the capillaries where our blood travels in. If there is a tear or a cut in any of them, the person starts to bleed. Now, when the person is bleeding, for a normal person, the platelets, a blood cell known as the platelets, gather around that particular opening, and with the help of some clotting factors, we have different clotting factors, factor 8, factor 9, factor 11. They attach themselves to the platelets and help to clot the blood to stop the person from bleeding. Now, for someone that has hemophilia, the person has prolonged bleeding, and this is the reason. The person lacks either of the clotting factors. That is why the platelets will not be able to clot the blood, and the person will continue to bleed. It's either the person is lacking factor 8, factor 9, or factor 11. Because of that, the person has prolonged bleeding because the blood does not have the ability to clot again. What could be a small injury for you can be a serious problem for someone that has hemophilia. It is very important for us to note that there are different kinds of hemophilia, and it all depends on the clotting factor that the person is lacking. If a person has hemophilia A, that means the person is lacking the factor 8. If the person has hemophilia B, the person is lacking factor 9. And if the person has hemophilia C, the person is lacking factor 11. And the factor percentage can differ. It can be mild, moderate, or severe. And the lower the factor level, the more severe the hemophilia is. Now to the very interesting part. Do you know that hemophilia cannot be caught? Like you say you get it from somebody. No. Hemophilia is actually inherited from our parents, and it affects mostly males. Males, yes, it affects mostly the males. And I'm going to explain how it happens. Hemophilia is inherited through the X chromosome, and it is caused by a mutation in the F8 and F9 genes on the X chromosome. Don't forget, or let's recall, females have 2 X chromosomes, 1 X from the mother, 1 X from the father. That is why you are female, because you are getting 1 X from mother, 1 X from father. Now for the males, you can get only 1 X from the mother and then Y from the father. Males are literally determinants of the sex of a child because they can either donate either X or Y, while the woman will always donate X. Don't forget that one. With this simple illustration is to tell you that for the males, they can only get hemophilia from the mother because it's only the mother that is donating the X chromosome. If the males get the X chromosome that is carrying hemophilia, it is going to express itself on the males. That is why the males are the ones that are mostly affected. But for the females, if they get a defective hemophilia from maybe the father or the mother, then the other chromosome that is normal will cover or marks the other one that is defective. That is why it doesn't show itself in females, because the other X chromosome will just do its thing, take over and marks the other one. But for the males, there's nothing to mark it. It will express itself and your hemophilia will show very, very well. But for the females, you can just be a carrier, but it will not express itself. Some questions might arise. Does hemophilia have any cure? Let me answer that now. Hemophilia does not have any cure, but it can be managed. People with hemophilia can live very long active lives with proper care. For example, avoiding high-risk injuries. Number 2, clotting factor replacement therapy. Number 3, early treatment of bleeding episodes. And number 4, very important, regular medical checkups and follow-ups. If you have hemophilia or you know somebody that has hemophilia, please always go to the hospital for regular checkups and follow-ups, and make sure you always take your clotting factor replacement therapy. Do that because it can be very dangerous if you're not doing all this. If you have any questions, please drop it on the comment section and we'll be very delighted to answer it all. Make sure you follow me, like, and please share this to somebody that may not know about this. Thank you. See you on my next video.